Hello and welcome back to Popcorn Chat. I hope you guys are doing well. In this video, I'm going to be speaking to you about the integrity of Joseph Chambers. So this film follows Joe, an all-American average guy. Now he begins to fear the apocalypse and an insurance salesman by day who suddenly decides to embark on a solo hunting trip. Considering he's never done it before, it seems very out of the blue, yet he's determined to go and do this. So this one dropped into my inbox, and I'll be honest, the reason that it caught my eye was the fact that it had Jeffrey Dean Morgan in. So I was watching out for him throughout the film, and I'll be honest, I was a little disappointed by how little role he had in this film. I get it, a lot of smaller films like this have those named actors on their listing in order to get people in and see this film, but genuinely he does have a small role that comes into play later in the film. I went against my own rule and decided to watch the trailer before seeing this film, and I really wish I didn't because it gave away a lot of the plot. And I'm just recommending it to you, do not go and watch the trailer because it will spoil quite a bit for you. From the beginning to the end of the film, the cinematography is beautiful. There's some really nice shots, really nice camera movements, all adding to the perspective that Joseph is going through, whether that's paranoia, anxiety, joy, whatever it is. The movement of the camera helps to reflect that. A lot of the film is set in a forest landscape, so the aesthetic with the orange and brown leaves really helps to sort of complement and fits this sort of autumnal tone that I'm sure that a lot of hunters experience, especially across America. So it was great to capture that sort of really sort of crisp autumn feel, which kind of juxtaposed with the matter at hand. On top of that, I think the editing was great. There were some moments that sort of flipped between reality and sort of fantasy, and I liked that. Again, it added on sort of Joseph's paranoia as the film goes on. It felt very much like a horror in those moments with that sort of very quick editing and of like flashes of what he's thinking and what is reality and what isn't reality. So very much like that style of editing, and it really complemented the beautiful cinematography that they captured in camera as well. So in terms of negatives of this film, I do think the story itself is quite simple. I thought it could have gone a lot further, especially from what I saw from the trailer. I knew something serious was going to happen on Joseph's sort of embarkment into hunting, and I thought it was going to go a lot further and he would sort of spiral a little bit more, but that didn't happen too much, so I thought it was quite simple. And what I thought they could have done, looking at the narrative of this film as a whole, it could have been a short film. It could have been a really nice sort of concise story. There wasn't too many sort of character moments, especially because it was quite simple. It was very much our lead actor sort of carrying this film with a few side characters coming in to sort of either help or hinder him along his way. But I think it could have been a nice, shorter story. As I said before, I do think that Jeffrey Dean Morgan should have been in this more. When you get a name like that, I think you should really sort of utilise them, and I don't think the film did. I was questioning whether it was actually this film that I got through that he was in, or if I was watching the wrong film. And then he turns up at the very sort of last act. So yeah, I wish they used him more. I'm not sure how, maybe have written that character a little bit differently. But I would like to see more of him. This is very much a slow burner, so if you like those sorts of films, then this is definitely one to check out. I personally like a slow burner from time to time, but it's not my favourite kind of genre. It's a well-made film, however, I don't think the script fully capitalises on what they could have done in terms of story beats and sort of character sort of progression. There's a lot of room that they could have developed it a little bit further, but it looks nice, there's some good performances, so generally it's a good film. So I'm going to give The Integrity of Joseph Chambers 2.5 stars out of 5. Thank you so much for watching this review of The Integrity of Joseph Chambers. If you'd like to check it out, it is going to be available from 17th of April here in the UK and Ireland on digital and Blu-ray, so make sure you go and check it out. It sounds like your sort of thing. I really liked it. It wasn't perfect, but I did enjoy it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very soon for another Popcorn Chat.